Warm greetings, dear friends. Today, I invite you to join me in a heart-opening dialogue on one of the most essential pillars of human life, relationships. Whether it be with our families, our friends, our coworkers, or our romantic partners, relationships shape the fabric of our lives. They can be uplifting sources of strength and joy, or they can become burdens that drain our spirit, all depending on how we engage with them. As we journey through the winding path of life, we inevitably encounter moments of imbalance, times when we feel emotionally overwhelmed, misjudged, or simply disconnected. So how can we bring equilibrium to these complex human bonds? How do we tend to our relationships in a way that fosters joy, trust, and mutual growth, while reducing the suffering born from conflict? In this conversation, I will share with you timeless Buddhist insights, illustrative stories, and practical tools you can use to bring more balance and harmony into your connections. Together, we'll explore how the gentle power of compassion, awareness, and presence can utterly transform the way we relate with ourselves and with others. At their essence, relationships are mirrors. They reflect back to us the delicate landscape of our inner world. They bring to light our hidden fears, longings, and the workings of our ego. More often than not, the struggles we face in relationships don't arise purely from the other person's actions, but from our own unexamined expectations, emotional reactivity, and unmet needs. According to Buddhist philosophy, relationships are not merely attachments or obligations. They are opportunities, invitations to grow, to evolve, and to open our hearts. They challenge us to be patient when it's hard, to forgive even when it's painful, and to practice love that expects nothing in return. When we truly understand the impermanent, ever-changing, and interconnected nature of existence, we begin to relate to others with more tenderness and clarity. Consider the story of a bamboo and an oak tree growing side by side in a peaceful village. The mighty oak, proud of its unshakable strength, often mocked the bamboo for its gentle flexibility. Then, one day, a violent storm swept through the village. The oak, stiff and unbending, was torn from the earth and fell. The bamboo, in contrast, bowed and swayed with the winds, remaining intact and unharmed. This simple yet powerful tale reveals a deep truth. In our relationships, resilience comes not from rigidity, but from flexibility. Just like the bamboo, we thrive when we adapt, when we bend without breaking. On the other hand, rigid expectations and fixed mindsets can shatter even the strongest bonds. Healthy relationships are nourished through a harmonious exchange of giving and receiving. The Buddhist principle of dana, or generosity, teaches that true giving includes not just material offerings, but also the offering of your time, your presence, your understanding. But giving alone is not enough. We must also be open to receiving. Often we shy away from receiving kindness or help, fearing it makes us vulnerable or indebted. Yet, just as a river flows freely only when both inflow and outflow are unobstructed, relationships flourish when both people give and receive with open hearts. Yet there is one silent saboteur that often derails our relationships: the ego. It thrives on pride, on blame, on the urge to always be right. One of the Buddha's most profound teachings says, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. When we allow our ego to lead, we hold grudges, we seek to control, we crave validation. But when we recognize the ego's games, we can shift from needing to be right to choosing to be kind. And in that space, we make room for understanding, for peace, for healing. There's a story of two travelers walking through a forest. They come upon a muddy path, and one traveler carries the other across to help them stay clean. Hours later, the one who was carried begins to complain, "You shouldn't have carried me. It makes me feel like a burden." The first traveler smiles and replies, "I set you down hours ago, but you are still carrying the burden." What a beautiful reminder of the importance of letting go. Whether it's resentment, regret, guilt, or disappointment, holding on to what no longer serves us only drags us down. Forgiveness, both of others and ourselves, is not a weakness, it is a courageous step toward balance. So, How can we actively cultivate more balanced relationships in our daily lives? Let me offer you a few mindful practices. Practice mindful communication. Speak from the heart and listen with full presence. Don't interrupt or plan your reply while the other speaks. This simple act builds trust and deepens understanding. Lead with empathy. Strive to see from the other's point of view without immediate judgment. Empathy softens the walls that divide us and brings people closer. Establish healthy boundaries. Balance requires clear boundaries. Honor your own needs and respect the space and needs of others. Remember impermanence. All things change, including relationships. Savor each moment instead of fearing loss. This mindset brings both peace and presence. Engage in shared growth. Try practices that support each other's spiritual and emotional evolution, like meditating together, reading sacred texts, or serving others as a team. Foster gratitude. Take time to express appreciation for those in your life. Gratitude has the power to shift your focus from what's missing to what's beautiful. The life of the Buddha offers profound teachings on how to relate to others with grace. Even after attaining enlightenment, he didn't withdraw from the world. Instead, he engaged with everyone, whether kings, beggars, or disciples, with unwavering respect and compassion. There is one story where a man filled with anger insults the Buddha. The Buddha calmly responds, "If someone offers you a gift and you do not accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" This elegant teaching reminds us that we can choose not to accept negativity. We can protect our peace by not reacting with anger, but with calm awareness. In Buddhist symbolism, the lotus flower represents rising above the muddy waters of ego and attachment. In the same way, truly balanced relationships are those where we rise above petty quarrels and nurture mutual love, respect, and understanding. As a monk, I have witnessed many stories of transformation. One that touched me deeply involved a couple constantly in conflict, each blaming the other for their suffering. Through quiet meditation, honest reflection, and compassionate listening, they realized that their pain wasn't caused solely by one another, but by their own inner wounds. With time, they learned to support each other's healing rather than amplify each other's hurt. Their story is a reminder: balance begins within. As we close this session, I invite you to gently reflect on the relationships in your own life. Are they nurturing your peace and growth? Are they in balance? Pause for a moment and offer gratitude to those who have helped shape your journey. Let go of the old burdens, embrace empathy, and walk forward with intention and compassion. If this message resonates with your heart, I welcome you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let us continue this shared exploration through teaching, stories, and mindful practices to create harmony in every area of our lives. May your relationships become sanctuaries of joy, healing, and growth. And remember, balance is not a final goal. It is a living, breathing practice. Thank you for spending this time with me. Let us move forward together, step by step, hand in hand, with love, wisdom, and understanding.